Greetings and good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 6-Minute Daily for Friday, February 27th. We are at the end of the month, folks. We are ending a glorious month. Lots of interesting things happening in the world, including perhaps the bombing of Iran, which will be showing up here maybe even right now, maybe later today. We don't even know yet at this point. The world constantly is changing and constantly, fighting itself. And we've been able to limit that to some extent, but at some point in time, things happen. So we've got our good friend out there, the first Dragon Queen with the $5 Super Duper Chat for this morning, saying, this is on the list review. Spent just 8 hours on Bridgerton Season 4 yesterday. Do I regret it? Find out Tuesday. And yes, do check out her channel. She's doing great reviews over there. Our friend It's Coma Going comes through with a Culture Casino membership. Thank you for that. That went to Metal 728. We've got Texas 84 in the house for 5 Culture Casino cash, saying, here's a song for you, CC. Bears by Lyle Lovett. Oh, I know that song. I'll look it up. Yeah, I need to go grab that. And then we've got Chuck sending us another $2. Thank you. Thank you, Chuck. You have really been contributing a lot lately in the comment section. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. The very lovely Ruby Hoove is here with a Culture Casino membership. And all I can say is thank you so very much. Now, yesterday, I missed a member chat. We will go back in time and get that at the end of the stream. I think that was Bruce Newhouse. So I don't want to miss anything ever again. So once I start playing the endings, guys, please don't send super chats or anything else. I don't want to miss you. I appreciate all of you. And I appreciate this guy here, Matt G, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Swift, who's been here forever. Thank you, my friend. Boy, do we got a lot to talk about today. 17 stories in all, bear bonus story, plus a little bit of conversation around some other story that I want to go into in a little more detail than I get to give on the 6-Minute Daily, which is going to be longer today. And then we have a video premiere right after the show you'll be automatically redirected to. And from that, you'll be automatically redirected to That Park Place Live. So good morning, everybody. Good morning, Dr. Jill. And of course, another one of our great wrenches, Ms. Pick Cafe. You guys, thank you so much for your help. You don't even know. Barry's in the house this morning. Good morning, Barry. We got Kale Blavine in the house. Happy Friday, Culturinos. Make it a great day. Indeed. Oh, OC Dobbins is out there. Good morning to you. Who else is out there? We got a lot of people. SFX of 314 Sabertooth Raptor in the house. Good morning to you, friend. It's good to see you here again. What a great day. For those of you on the green machine, I see you. Thanks for being there. We appreciate you. That includes Tom, who's wrenching over there. Magnify. Look at all these great people. I'm so blessed. Thank you so much. Hey, Corporeal Being, good to see you. Cat Slave, of course. Low Spec Linux Gaming. Good to see you, Jeff. All right, folks. Seriously, 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're and whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6-Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about. Not a lot of time to do it in, so let's get cooking. Let's start here with HBO Max hitting a record number of subscribers, 131.6 million. Seems like people ditched HBO for HBO Max, and they did that for a reason. This is one of the largest streaming concerns out there next to Netflix, and I can see why there would have been a lot of antitrust problems here. The NBA exit is going to pinch advertising a little bit for Warner Brothers Discovery, but the deal drama dominated Q4. That drama's gone. Looks like, as I said, what's it like being right all the time, Culture? Well, it's great, to be fair. And I was right. Paramount will get Warner Brothers Discovery. We've got the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Notice that was the thumbnail today, telling you this, that, the finale was 9.5 million viewers in 3 days, setting another series record. This has been setting records like crazy. This show is popular. I can't wait to hear what First Dragon Queen has to say about it on Tuesday. We got Shia LaBeouf remaining free on $100,000 bail after the New Orleans bar fight that he participated in on Mardi Gras. This guy's always synonymous with trouble, and I feel like that's kind of sad. When you become very popular at a young age, and you, especially if you're in Hollywood, you seem to have a very difficult life going forward. So I feel bad for this man who seems to be of faith, but doesn't practice it full time, which I think is maybe some of the problem. We've got Scream 7 reviews coming in. A lot of people do not like this film. Nev Campbell is back in a bloody good style for fun and nostalgia tinged sequel in a venerable horror franchise, and this is the only positive thing I've seen about this movie. And a lot of people say that there was an enormous backfire because of the Palestinian protests that were held during the premiere. I'm not sure if that's what happened, but I do know this. The film was going to be what it's going to be. These films are slowly deteriorating, as most horror franchises do over time. Sometimes you'll get a resurgence. Maybe Scream 8, which is being greenlit, will be that resurgence. NBC expects Savannah Guthrie's Today return, but timeline remains uncertain as she still waits about the fate of her mother. As far as I know, if I know differently, I'll tell you. We got the industry's biggest AI music creators surpassing 2 million in subscribers. That's right. Suno has grown to an enormous size and scale, and that's not going to be the only company that gets to 2 million this year. We got Chris Pine circling the lead opposite Emma Stone for the Universal rom-com The Catch. Can't wait to see if this is any good. This seems like a good pairing to me. Notice how they always put a slightly older looking guy with a slightly younger looking girl. Hollywood, what are you telling people? This whole thing is not normal, and that's in reference to the number of people who came out for an open casting for Baywatch. The reboot is casting with 2,000 wannabe lifeguards. Neat story. We got Lindsay Lohan looking back on her troubled teen years saying, "Why didn't anybody protect me? Lady, nobody could get in your way." And of course, Bill Gates spoke candidly about the Epstein ties, the Gates Foundation meeting, and the spokesperson for him acknowledges that this guy is going to disappear from life with a very small percentage of his wealth intact. We've got a lot to learn about the Anthropic ultimatum that they received from the Pentagon, and the fact that they're being threatened with the Defense Protection Act, which will allow for acquisition of this company as a form of national security protection. We also need to talk about the worst day for NVIDIA's stock since last spring's Wall Street. Much lower on that particular day, but guess what? Oh, that's not it. They bounced right back, and the IMF says that releasing $2.3 billion to Egypt after reforms will help stabilize that particular economy, and maybe the Middle East after Iran is blown to smithereens. Walmart's going to pay $100 million to settle an FTC allegation of deceptive practices for delivery drivers. That's happening and needs to, actually happen sooner rather than later. And the U.S. moves to cut off the Swiss bank over alleged Iran and Russia money flows. And you know what? This is directly tied to maybe some potential actions for today. The biggest news of yesterday was actually in a tweet buried in, nobody's news reports. I was hoping CBS would catch this one. But BlackRock is in big trouble. Not directly, but as an ancillary subject here, tertiary, I should say. But there was a seismic antitrust case that that was basically brought against the ESG manager cartel of BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard Group. And guess what? Vanguard says, you know what? We give up. They're agreeing to settle the lawsuit and pay off $30 million in fines and everything else associated with this particular practice, and eliminate all ESG requirements and funds in the future forever going forward. It's a massive win. And of course, the reaction to this was maybe muted because people didn't understand what it meant. But BlackRock CEO Larry Fink should be extremely worried, because if he does not fold next, he's going to suffer the worst of it. Finally, the largest grizzly bear ever recorded in Yellowstone. Well, that's a big bear. How big is he? Well, in the video, they break down the size and the weight of the bear. And if you take a look at this particular video, which is available on YouTube, it's the largest grizzly bear ever found in Yellowstone. Enormous. Bear 791, sizable bear. The closest one in 2018 was Big Joe. If you remember back to Big Joe, I probably covered him here on the show. And with that, we've reached bonus time, everybody. Thank you for being here this morning. I really do hope everybody's had a wonderful, wonderful day. Hopefully, you got a chance to start your broadcast day with me and an opportunity to celebrate everything well, we are here on the channel. And what are we? We're a group of people that like to get our information fast. We want to skip some narrative bologna sausage, and then we want to dive into some really deep issues. We also are largely focused on the entertainment process as a business, and I think that's what's missing from a lot of news outlets these days. The BlackRock story is the big one. I know that many people probably don't see that or won't see it that way, but it is. It is a way to entertain and distract and allow you to escape from reality. Um, but entertainment's the heart and soul of America. There's a reason why we had such cultural impact across the globe. Entertainment was one of those reasons, and the products and services that we're able to provide over time. The world ended up wearing Levi's blue jeans across the entire planet, even in communist countries. Pop culturally, our music dominated the landscape, along with the wonderful bands from the UK and occasionally Canada, and the whole Western mindset spread around the world. It caused socialists and communists to rethink the way they were going about business, opening up to a lot more capitalist principles. This all happened in my lifetime in the 80s and 90s, maybe in yours as well. The vast majority of us are in the primary demographic that pay attention to this channel. I want to thank you for that. Thank you for being in the biggest demographic right now. And I have to tell you, this is of key importance. Let's get to the story one more time, just to revisit the BlackRock story. Now, the settlement with Vanguard is a major blow to the ESG asset manager cartel. That's the three organizations together who've been forcing these funds upon investors for a while with limited amounts of controls. The attorneys general for the states that brought this suit in the first place got long overdue accountability to all of these organizations and led to a massive course correction for Vanguard specifically. BlackRock is again the one of the other two dominoes to fall. The first domino that falls is painful. The second one is brutal, and the last one is, well, maybe done for. So if State Street folds first and admits defeat as well, um, our friend Larry Fink, the Fink boy, yeah, he's gonna be the last to the party probably, and it could lead to his destruction and the breakdown of BlackRock, which might be good for non-institutional investors. What it's going to do is signal less effect of these large cartels on boards of directors, which will change the directions for many American corporations. This is the actual settlement document itself. If you want to follow this, you can check out Wild Hog on X and read all these documents and read these stories and everything as it breaks down. And while a lot of people are saying 30 million is not enough, Wild Hild is telling you, did I say hog? I think I did. Wild Hild, Hild. Sorry, folks. Anyway, is saying, the truth here. In these types of cases, the first ones to settle to agree to cooperate against the other defendants always gets the best deal, which means 30 million just became the bare minimum. This is the bottom now. The other two are going to try to explore what the top is. My guess is it's going to be BlackRock. I don't know if you guys follow this stuff, but it's of keen interest because you wondered why all of a sudden we were being culturally impacted in a severe way since 2015. Actually, technically since 2012, with all of the invasion of this garbage, not just into the schools, but into every part of our lives. That all came about, and because it was being supported by large investment firms. We've taken away a lot of purse strings, not just the ones from the investments firms with this kind of a case, but we've also taken away a lot of purse strings with the removal and complete elimination of USAID. yeah, we can feel bad for the people that were getting, some hardship around the globe because some of the money actually eventually made it to them. Not really the majority of it, though. It went to funding campaigns like this, politicians that supported these ideas, and so on and so forth, and campaigns against the progress of America, which was kind of the whole of the first term of the current president. Regardless, the compliance department in Wall Street is definitely going to be paying attention to this case. It'll give them guidelines going forward. And yeah, you've got a lot of problems. So with Vanguard settling at 30 million, this is going to involve everything that they consider what's called the climate cartel. So that's again ESG, climate cartel, all that stuff's interrelated. And BlackRock and State Street, well, I wonder who's going to settle next. So I just want to say thanks to the Attorney General of Texas, Ken Paxton, who is also now a candidate for a major office in the state. So there's that. We got another super duper chat that rolled in the door. I want to say thank you. And again, I'm looking forward to talking with you this morning for the next half an hour before we head over to the premiere for today's video on High Guard, folks. So don't go anywhere. For those of you on the green machine, you'll have to redirect your own self, although I think probably the wonderful wrenches can do that for you now. And let's see. This is Coma going from earlier. Oh, I did it to myself, guys. I bailed out of the wrong screen. There we go. Pinochet's helicopter tours, my friend. So good to see you again. Says we can do two things at once. We must punish BlackRock and others for even trying ESG. True story. We must punish the elites nonstop, and we must have Hollywood destroyed for going along with it. Actually, I think they're pretty destroyed. We had a really in-depth conversation yesterday on the WDW Pro Show with Christian Toto as a guest, and we spoke specifically about what was going on in Hollywood. And if you look at it, they're down more than 50% of film and television starts. So production in Hollywood has been massively destroyed. We're about to turn the corner, which is the biggest fear for people going into the midterm elections, in that CNN will fall into the Paramount Skydance realm of influence, which, as we've already seen, is trying to recenter news through CBS News. CBS News, if you haven't been watching it, has been getting better by actually reporting the truth and not necessarily leaning into narratives. Narratives are the things that they can control. They believe they can control the populace with, because those are tied to feelings and not logic. Again, we can talk about why that works and why they've clouded over a lot of subject matter and tried to tie it to different belief systems. That's why they call everything racist, and that's why they use the Yahtzee word all the time, is to try to tie into those emotions. They're looking for emotional responses and not logical ones. So anyway, go check out Wild Hild, WILDHILD on X, and follow up with that story if you so choose. So thank you, Pinochet's helicopter tours. I think a lot of the folks in the Venezuela area and Bolivia are kind of shaking in their boots. Chile, lots of places down there, as America is basically shown that we can come in, we can take one person and leave. And even if you have an army around them, it won't work out well. On that note, look at all these wonderful people out in the chat. La 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 la. Let's see. Hey, we've got the Hoot Owl. Good morning. Saying campaigns starts March 3rd, when we will see if the media goes nutso as usual. I think so, but I think we're going to see the media going nutso this weekend, because I have a feeling if it's not already started, things are going to pop off in the Middle East. Even China was instructing all their people that would be in Iran or in Israel to get out. Of course, we've been telling people to get out of Iran for a while, but China's actually told everybody to get out of Israel, get out of Iran. You might want to be out of the Middle East. The air base in Qatar, if you can recall, has now been essentially abandoned by the U.S. military as they use the a staging ground or use for a staging ground an international airport in Israel. Right now, the number of enormous planes and refueling planes, Globe Masters and things like that. They're basically just queued up and ready to refuel. And it's interesting. The military is as much about logistics as it is anything else. So I just don't want you to be surprised when you hear about active bombing in Iran. So there's that. Spring is coming. Yeah, I can tell. My allergies have been telling me it for weeks. Uh, yeah. And yeah, this is true. Corporeal Being says, and that's why logic doesn't get taught in public schools in general anymore. No, it's why there was a complete absence of common sense. I think we're returning to it and kind of forcing it along. So we're going to keep doing that. All right. I know we've got a member chat out there. We're going to grab it really quickly from our favorite rivet head, Razorburn, who's been here for 9 months saying, hey, poor. You don't have to be poor anymore. Jesus is here. Don't tell the devil. Jesus is here. It's an old punk song, guys. It's fantastic. Welcome to Paradise. Man, it's so good. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of creators probably wouldn't say all the lyrics to that. I will. It was making fun of a television preacher who was preaching one thing and doing another, and taking your money and doing bad things. Kind of feels like most of the people that are in Congress right now, and anybody that visited Island Boy. Woo. Oh, wow. Yeah, Spaceship Vampire is correct. We've been threatened by people like Susan Rice at Netflix with the Salem Trump supporter trials. Well, get you. We'll bargain do bad things. Yeah, probably. You want to silence everybody. You know, if you're in foreign nations that used to enjoy free speech and you don't anymore, you're not in a democracy anymore. Bye-bye. You need to probably revisit that idea with people in power. So that's just my opinion, though. Hey, Bruce Newhouse, I'm sorry I missed your message yesterday at the end of the stream. There was no way to turn back now. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a good morning. I am. Uh, Lots of good things out there. Lots of good things. Let's see. It's customization. Wrong thing. Monetization. Boom. All right. Let's see if I can find. Let's see if I can find my last yesterday's stuff. Yesterday's stuff. Stuff. Sorry, guys. I know this is great YouTube right now, and thank you for watching the video we dropped yesterday on. It's not as many views as I had hoped, but on uh, well, several subjects. Obviously, the live stream yesterday got post live viewership of 260. So well done on that. I really appreciate y'all. You guys have no idea. All right. Let's take a look at let's take a look at the supers and gifts, and let's scroll back through time. I'm going to find what Bruce Newhouse said. Yesterday. Why is it not here? I do so much live streaming, it's my fault. I can't find it. All right, maybe that's not where it is. Maybe it's in memberships. Let's see. Guys, we have dipped down in memberships. So yeah, let's double check you're still subscribed. You still have your membership turned on. We are well below the number that I was anticipating. I thought we were going to get a 10 to 12% climb. That did not happen. So that was kind of a bummer. Bu-bu-bum. Let's see who else is out there. A lot of people re-upping their memberships. Thank you for that. Bruce, I cannot find that chat. I'm sorry. I tried every place I could think of to go looking for it. I just want to say thank you for being a member for so long. And I want to say thanks to my pal X Wing, who I've been a member of his channel for a long time. He's an absolutely wonderful dude. So, all right. Anyway, sorry guys, not great YouTube, but hey, it is what it is. See who else is out there. John's out there. The Beagle Dad. How are you doing today, pal? Says not too bad work showing signs of slowing down. Ah, yeah, that happens. There's Bruce. Culture. Hopefully it gave you a smile. Yesterday it did, but I wanted to be able to read it to everybody else. I think a lot of people probably saw it on the way out the door. So don't worry about it. Okay. All right, my friend, I won't. But you know me, I want to give everybody what they paid for. And I feel like you guys support me so much. I got to do something for you like multiple times every single day. The only day I really don't do a lot of stuff is Sunday. Sunday's given over to family and faith. So, there's that. Brian Parker says the algorithm has been shy about presenting your content on the feed of late. Culture. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what's going on with that, Brian. But look, if I make more, maybe there's a better chance that you can get to it. I've told people you can like basically align your algorithm yourself. If you have favorite content creators and you watch successive ones of their videos all together, which apparently I made it difficult recently for people. And I want to say thanks to Catslave who became a supporter over on the Green Machine. Thank you for that. And of course, Low Spec Linux Gaming gifts a Culture Casino membership over on the Green Machine. That went to Caveat Ties. So for those of you doing that, you guys are spectacular and amazing. The Rumble money, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that. There's some there. And I don't know how to do it. But no, if you wanna rewire your algorithm and your feed specifically, go to your favorite content creators, watch 1, 2, 3, however many videos you want to in a row, but at least 2 in a row. And it first of all it makes them less likely that you'll be unsubscribed from your favorite content creators. And secondly, it will make it so that you see their content more frequently. So Caradwin says everything looks good on my end. Thank you for checking, Caradwin. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here today. Ms. Pit Cafe is in the house. Penny is here. Good morning. And I already said hi to Matt G, who's just out there waving. Hey. I appreciate all of y'all. Magically, MJ is here. CC Hale in the chat. In fact, MJ is going to be featured. She's been a featured guest in a lot of places lately over on Vash Sky's new channel, Vash Sky Parkcast. You should check that out. Vash's new channel is fun. I'll try to be participating over there a little bit more frequently next week. But Magically, MJ is going to be on with Erica and Raph today later. I think after the pro show before FNT. So you'll be able to see that. I might make it over there today. A lot of it depends on many factors. I'm in a great mood. I'm going to tell you all why. You guys all know I went through a medical emergency. And I'm grateful to be with you here today. And actually after like the day it happened, it was a little touch and go. Activate my Rumble wallet. I definitely will. Thank you. Tobach, that actually will help me a lot. Yeah, I'm going to do that. But anyway, so I went through that medical trial, and of course, now all the bills have finally showed up. I knew they were coming. They would bleed in a little bit at a time. They were okay to handle, $600 here, $1,100 there, whatever. But so the big bills started to show up, and I'm like, I really need to show up for the people in the chat because you guys actually are helping offset the costs of this. Well, yesterday was my last check in with the doctor because I was going to doctors successively. It seems like I would have like one or possibly two doctor's appointments per week. I have a referral to one last doctor that'll give me some checkoffs, and a follow up with an EKG, or is it an EEG, whatever it is, the one for the brain. They already looked at my brain. They took like really detailed slices of my brain with an MRI. But now they want to, make sure that there's no possibility that it's going to just go haywire again. And so I've got a referral to a neurologist. So that's going to be the last doctor I end up seeing. But of the doctors that kind of controlled my future, I got really good news yesterday. So your prayers and your support has really helped. I can't thank you enough. That's why I'm in such a great mood. I feel like, you guys are not just an inspiration, you're a support system. And I'm very grateful for all of you. So just keep that in mind. Um, now I'm going to be emotional. Anyway. Anyway, Kaladin 910 is out there in the audience. So regardless, go check out Eric and Raph today with Magically MJ and everybody over there. So I'm gonna have to turn on my wallet. I gotta remember to do that. All right, I'm trying to chill, guys. Trying to chill. Okay. You guys do this to me. This is how attached I am to my audience, and you guys are so phenomenally supportive. So I'm grateful. So, hey, Randall Orser's out there. I see that. We got Texas 84 doing an extra special gifty 5 Culture Casino memberships out there. Much appreciated. Um, yeah, YouTube's been wonky the last few days. The algorithm definitely has changed. We're back to favoring short form content. I get nauseous trying to cut my videos into like slivers like that. I think they look and sound ridiculous, but I learned something from one of you. Thank you for your comments in the video, whoever it is. If you're here now, thank you for telling me that blasting the Culture Casino song at the end of videos, because there is a volume differential, kind of wrecks the flow. And I understand that. So I need to bring the volume of that clip down or make it like something just on live streams or something. Again, when my content releases, I have a tendency to put it in this week's content playlist. And that's the other way you can support content creators and make sure you don't deviate from that channel if you want to support them, is just go into one of their playlists that you want to watch. And then it just goes video after video after video. So Sydney Watson, who's a creator that I love and appreciate very much. She's brilliant and funny. And she has the strangest accent on the world because she lived in a lot of foreign countries and then decided America was a good place to be. So um, she she recently informed me via an ad, actually, that she did an ad read in her video that was talking about this thing called Opus Clip. So I may look into that, see if that'll help. So I just I need to get back to having an editor. Editors are expensive. Um, and they are time savers, though. It would make it so I can make more videos. There's a weird balance there. And Chef's like, thank you, Rumble, for paying me every month. There you go. Caveat Ty says, you got great specs. I do. I'm very beloved. So you guys are incredible. I can't say enough things. Yeah. And look, as much as, I'm more likely to say Green Machine than the name of the company, I think that there's a lot of there. Randall Orser says, I do go Culture and Midnight's Edge, comics, and a couple others, but most I don't. Yeah. Yeah. You guys, the like you said, I really appreciate seeing you everywhere. Snakes and Randall and all you guys. You are the best. So Magically MJ is out there celebrating 1 month. Good to see you, dear. Of membership. We need a purple potato emoji. You know what? I need to build emojis. I'm what is it? I'm delinquent in building emojis, so maybe when I'm not doing family and faith on Sunday, maybe I can do some emojis as well. So, because I do take time, for myself a little bit selfish on Sunday too. So, Pro Show, yeah, Pro Show's coming up here soon. Chad William Schweikert, or Chief, excuse me, Chief William Schweikert. I'm sorry, I demoted you and misread that terribly. Look at that uniform, sir. Um, yeah, Pro Show is yesterday, right? It was at the Pro Show, or was that Park Place? I don't even know where I am sometimes. That's what's wild about that. And yesterday's show was incredible. I'm just gonna say Christian Toto is one of my favorite reads. And when he's on video, he's a brilliant watch. The guy is on top of everything in Hollywood. So yeah, I love it. Do any of you streamers stand up during the day? I do. I do. I get up. If you ever see me go off screen during the course of a live stream, that means I probably got up. I went for a little walk around the house, maybe out to the greenhouse, grabbed some water, and came back. Right now, like I'm still fasting from last night. I haven't had breakfast yet. So when I eat my breakfast meal, after I'm done, I'm immediately gonna go outside and exercise, turn the metabolism on, and start to store blood sugar in muscles as glycogen instead of having my system process it and waste it so that it gets stored as fat. Um, I'm trying to get away from the bad fat, and I'm trying to give my liver a break. So when I go for a walk, which is 10 or 15 minutes, it's a brisk walk. So I'm not slowly walking. I'm walking at an aggressive pace. I'm able to get a nice little walk around the neighborhood and come back. And I do that after every meal now. So we're trying to get back into shape. So I just want to say there's a lot of practices out there, practices I'll talk about even more freely on the gardening channel. Yes, I know I'm delinquent. I will get to it. I'm burdened by my own desire for perfection, which creates a lot of delay. So the just do it mantra works for me every day, but when it comes to like putting out a high quality product for you, I tend to focus too intently upon details that maybe only I see. So everyday corgis out there. I see the Grim Dark out there with one of those great names. Canadian Spider-Man from the Great White North, eh? At least you know what you're paying. Here, they just take our tax money by the fistful, and we never know what our hospital visits cost. Yeah, well, my my little medical incident is in the tens of thousands of dollars. If it crosses over into six digits, I'll let you know. Ah, but I'm grateful. And for those of you also wanting to know, I have stepped away from coffee immediately in the morning. I do still drink coffee. It's just usually when I break my fast with breakfast. Isn't that an interesting name? But yeah, I'll have coffee with breakfast. So my drink of choice throughout the day is water. My I might have the occasional glass of wine, which I've actually reduced substantially with dinner. Um, and post dinner. Um, Everything else looked fantastic. My numbers were good. My doctor was pleased. So there's that. So it's good news I get to deliver. Uh, we'll add you to my daily rosary. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really do. It's always touching when you guys say that you'll pray for me. So, like I said, Texas 84 came through strongly with 5 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you, Texas. Look at all those names go green. This was about 7 minutes ago. So, guys, are you going to get me emotional? Don't do it. Chief William Schweikert, indeed, Merca. That's right. Yep. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of patriotism. Post Olympic wins, of course, the men's and women's hockey teams' performances. A little disappointed in the ladies, but I'm not sure exactly if they understood exactly what they were doing. But I think, like I said, Iran could have taken care of this issue better. They didn't. Elite Specialist says there are cheap editors. I'd like to meet some of them. purple potatoes. That's right. Oh man, the harvest, you guys, the box of potatoes that we harvested last weekend, that's like 2, 3 months of potatoes between the purple potatoes, the Yukon Golds, and the red potatoes. I am waiting on the arrival of my blue Adirondack seed potatoes. One of the lovely ladies here suggested that. I'm looking forward to it. Beautiful people attract beautiful people. Of course, a single ugly one like me shows up as well. Bruce, come on, brother. You can't do that to yourself. It's not true. Ah, beauty outside is not as important as beauty on the inside. So let's just be honest and fair about that. That Park Place Day, definitely. We've got in fact, coming up next in about 7 minutes, I'm gonna drop you off. We're gonna end the show. You're gonna go check out the premiere of my video on High Guard and its complete collapse, and then we will go over and oh no, I love sweet potatoes too. Pinochet's helicopter tour. Sorry, I just looked over at the green machine chat. Um, but yeah, so and then from there you'll be automatically redirect. The premiere set up to redirect you to that Park Place. So there's that. And this is Friday, so this should be Jonas and Marv because usually you do a 2-person stream today. So that should be a lot of fun. CC, have you tried blue potatoes? Not yet, but I'm waiting for my blue seed potatoes, blue Adirondack. Looking forward to that. If you don't want to cut your own videos into shorts, make them instead. I don't know what that means, but we can talk about it on DMs or 8 specialists because I again I don't have quite the blood sugar I normally would because I'm still in fasting mode, but you guys are the better. Corporeal Being says, thanks for being on the Green Machine, CC. Looking forward to when you can convince WDW Pro. Yeah, I would love for everybody to get over there. I think that you should spread yourself, cast a wide net. You know, if you're fishing, cast a wide net. Anywho. Hey, John says, I do 18-hour fasts every day. Yeah. Yeah. I think you give yourself a 6-hour window to eat. If you exercise after every meal, you know, it's this interesting way that the sugar in your body works. If you're like doing something like an aggressive keto, um, you really are, burning the bad fats faster. It's really good. Really good. Yeah. Luke's in the house. Everybody say hi to Luke. Holler if you hear him. He's he's on a successful release of his second book. Someone give me an idea. I've already swapped faces onto creatures and inanimate objects. I don't know. Um, I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people um, are looking for something that's very photorealistic in their AI now. I think those are the ones that seem to be getting all the rave reviews. So perfectionist, we all get in our own way. It's true. I get in my way every day. Ask the boss. Like I really want to do this, and then I do everything leading up to it, and then I don't get to it. So wonderful red rose from the Miss Martin Muses. This is the lovely lady that got me started in live streaming, probably responsible for my entire career here on the streaming platform. So I always say that I'm grateful every time I hit a milestone. You have to point her out. She sends me a rose. She deserves a rose. You guys should check out Miss Martin Muse's channel. She is a wonderful literary mind and a scholar. Those and really an inspiration. So thank you, Miss Martin Muses, for getting me going, dear. You're the best. and I mean that. CultureCasino, you need a producer that you can pay in purple potato. I do. If I could pay in potatoes or tomatoes, I would be all right. You guys. Georgia Peach is here. We are coming up on the 250th anniversary for our nation. I could not be more excited and not more proud. And the people that aren't proud of being in this country baffle me. I really don't get it. But 250-year celebration, I think 4th of July is going to be lit, and I'm very excited. Oh, it's a day. Detangled Shadows is out there. And look, this is a name I love to see when Spaceship Vampire's out there. But Detangled Shadows, otherwise known as Death Angel Shadows. And, again, I glanced over and saw Pinochet's comment that no sweet potatoes. No, I love sweet potatoes as well. In fact, I've got a lot of root vegetables growing right now. Of my favorites, well, I don't know yet. The purple globe top turnips, they're massive, like head size. They're getting close to harvest day. I might take some pictures of those. Um, but radishes have less than or right about a 30-day window. You could literally grow radishes every single month and have plenty of radishes to carry you through. And if you plant them in phases, you plant them halfway through the month and then plant another batch halfway through the month, you literally will never run out of radish if you like radish. Radish is 30-day crop. There's a lot of things like that 30-day crop. Carrots seem to take a little longer, but that's probably because the zone I'm in. But the you can do things at a fast pace. You really can. So AI will replace editors soon. I saw that StreamYard is offering a service. Really? Or is it just a bunch of people in foreign countries that are being taken advantage of? Uh, Corporeal Being says, I grow sweet potatoes. Yeah, they're easy. Root vegetables are and they're good for you. In fact, I like things that come from rhizomes, like grapevines. You can grow your own grapes pretty easy. There's many other things that do that. There are incredible roots out there that you can grow that are healthy, like ginger root. Lots of health benefits to ginger. So, all right, folks, we got to go. So, I will say it this way: make sure I didn't miss anything. I think I was told there was something waiting for me from Coma Going. Here it is from Coma Going, saying celebrating 7 months. Thank you for the stream. Happy Friday, everyone. They'll thank you. It's Coma Going. And on that note, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others. Abbreviated ending, guys. So no AOAO. We are out of here. See ya. Go check out today's video, Automatic Redirect.